New tonight in our Wild West of Education investigation, after a year of investigating Highlands Community Charter and Technical Schools, members of the California legislature are now requesting an audit of the charter school, Twin Rivers Unified School District, and the Doc Smith Legacy Foundation. So we have investigative reporter Andy Judson, who is joining us now with some of the new developments. Andy?
Yeah, Alex, since October 2022, we've been investigating Highlands, and we've talked to nearly 40 employees with major allegations, including nepotism, a toxic work environment, the spending of hundreds of millions of public school funds on lavish trips, dining, sponsorships, and six-figure salaries. And now a response from California's legislators demanding oversight in the form of a detailed audit.
Based on the complaints that we saw in the ABC10 investigative reporting, we know that there are concerns about the improper use of enrollment funding for luxury travel, these retreats to San Diego, trips to France.
Top leaders of California's education system requested an audit in response to ABC10's investigation, The Wild West of Education.
I'm a former school board member, and I've never heard of any abuses like that. And so, we want to make sure that we investigate this fully, thoroughly.
Assemblymember Murasuchi is chair of California's Assembly Education Committee and one of 4 legislators requesting the audit.
I am joining with the chair of the Senate Education Committee, the chair of the Budget Subcommittee on Education Funding, and another member of the Assembly Education Committee. That should speak for itself, that this is a serious audit request that deserves full consideration.
The 9-page request is seeking answers related to 11 categories, most of them included in our investigative series. The audit request includes questions of how Highlands leadership is spending public funds on political contributions and charities linked to elected officials, the possible falsification of student attendance records and student work samples, questions about nepotism and allegations of retaliation, teacher credentials, student-to-teacher ratios, and at least a dozen other critical items.
We want to also scrutinize Twin Rivers Unified to make sure that they were doing their job, as part of this overall accountability system that we have in the state of California.
If approved, the audit will look into what kind of oversight, if any, Twin Rivers provided. The Doc Smith Legacy Foundation, the nonprofit linked to the school and named after its current executive director, is also part of the audit. Employees we spoke to say they were pressured to donate to it.
We just want the facts, and the facts speak for itself. But if they do find fraud, waste, and abuse of public dollars, then not only should it lead to further actions to hold the relevant actors accountable, but also to lead to any regulatory and legislative changes that we need to make to strengthen our accountability and oversight process.
Nearly 40 former and current Highlands employees came to ABC10 with these concerns.
Well, I want to thank the whistleblowers for coming forward to bring this critical issue to our attention.
Today, they feel heard.
That makes me really hopeful that some things can actually change.
But they hope California's Joint Legislative Audit Committee approves the audit.
If Highlands, goes to this hearing on the 14th and says anything to the effect of "don't audit us," I just think that's a huge red flag, that why they should be welcoming it.
And California's Joint Legislative Audit Committee will either approve or deny the request on May 14th. And Highlands responded, saying in part they welcome the audit request and are committed to transparency. They added that they are in the process of making changes, including approving fiscal policies that ensure public transparency and a new travel policy. Twin Rivers Unified also responded, saying in part they operate within the bounds of the law in providing oversight and that they're currently conducting their own audit of Highlands. Alex, it should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that your investigation, it covered other audits that Highlands has seen in the past. What makes this one different?
Yeah, this one is different because if approved, this audit will have subpoena power, which is something that Highlands has never seen before. And education experts we've spoken with say that subpoena power is crucial in truly determining whether any school, but especially charter schools, are operating lawfully and if there's any fraud going on. Alex?
All right, Andy, thank you so much. And I do want to mention we have that entire investigation into Highlands streaming right now on ABC10 Plus. All you have to do is just look for the Wild West of Education on the home screen. Andy, thank you so much. We appreciate it.